They're still hating on video games. You hear it on talk shows from motivational speakers, from alpha males, from your parents to teachers, that this multi-million-dollar industry is somehow a waste of time or for losers, or you're wasting your life away, you do this, you have no friends, and what kind of BS is that? Somehow that thought process still persists in the zeitgeist of today. Today, in a world where people can play games on their phones, on a gaming system, on a PC, or even a portable gaming system. Now, they never say reading a book is a waste of time, going to the movies is a waste of time, or going to the theater is a waste of time. Watching TV, binging Netflix, watching reality TV, or maybe they do say reality TV is a waste of time, but all those different forms of art and entertainment, no one could argue, are way more accepted than someone who plays today's video games. But what I think is this, that the average person does not know what goes into today's video games, especially AAA titles. I believe video games are the ultimate form of art, and here's why. But first, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, and click the bell for notifications. I drop a video every week.
You know, people say video games are a waste of time, but personally,
bro, the people that are like, oh, video games is a waste of time. Wait a minute, I have to get home so I can watch Dancing with the Stars. Or like, you spend 3 hours watching the news about politics so you can vote for a guy to not do what he said he was going to do every 2 years.
You let your imagination run wild. You have a great and vivid story that you want to tell. You put that down into a script or a novel, or even just a simple story. Some games can be made off established poems, haikus, novels, etc. Some are even based off original IPs or intellectual properties. Some stories can be very linear with a clear finish, while others are written like a tree that branches off with different side stories, storylines, backstories on different characters, a lore that is being built, and they could even have multiple endings. Side note, just want to put a spoiler alert here about some of these games. I know they're super old, but still, hey, you never know. Don't want to offend anybody, but come on. Stories that come to mind for me, easy example, BioShock, classic. I will never forget the phrase, "Stop, would you kindly?" If you know, you know. Dude's being controlled the whole time. Or the dramatic ending of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. You know, you could see the original, or I think the remastered too. But still, Shepard, that jerk, man, who would have thought? I thought he was dead. Yo, killed him with that knife he stabbed you with, straight cold-blooded. And don't even get me started on the lore from Skyrim. But those stories, sheesh, those ones can be breadcrumbed throughout the whole game like a puzzle. And you have to solve them things, you have to put it together. They assume that you're smart enough that they don't have to say it directly, that you'll be able to put it together and figure it out. Some do, some don't. And games can be made from a few hours to 60 plus hours of content. So that's tons of writing from a team that put together this individualized piece of property that can entertain folks. Next, you have your visual arts and the background and character designs. Now, video games are a visual medium, so after the story and the characters are described, they are also designed and the world is drawn out. From the rising sun to rolling landscapes, from monsters, from high fantasies to space odysseys, for otherworldly creatures, the graphic designer, the character designers create the visual tone and design of the game. This helps bring that game to life. The classic design of Mario in his red plumber outfit, ready to save Princess Peach. Again, I don't know why she keeps getting, into trouble and caught up like this. I swear, I think she loves it. But anyway, to Master Chief in his iconic green armor, ready to go into battle. The level of detail that can go into a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 still blows my mind, from horses that relieve themselves, the towns that feel full of life and hustle and bustle. Side note, if you were waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out, but I'm still waiting for that game, and I know it's gonna take a whole bunch of memory to store on that PlayStation, but if we're able to see sweat in real time come down the faces of our characters, it could be our playable characters or the NPCs, man, technology is taking that character design to a whole nother level. Voice acting, music, sound effects, sound design. The dramatic moments that we see, full of love, pain, and sorrow, they don't hit the same without the voice acting and the sound effects that help make the world feel alive. The noise of a modern city like Los Santos from Grand Theft Auto 5, with people hustling and bustling around in that major city, the sound of the train, people walking, dogs barking, cars braking to slow down, cars honking their horns, all make the world feel more alive. On the opposite end, in a post-apocalyptic world like in The Last of Us, that peaceful silence that some may consider eerie, that shows that nature has taken over the world of man. Silence, birds chirping, the hustle and bustle now gone. Wild deer and animals grazing the dew-soaked grass where the city center used to be. The sun is rising as Mother Nature continues to take over. Acting, motion capture, cinematic cutscenes. Actors have provided the voices for characters that we come to love and admire and even hate with a passion. They help bring new characters that we control and interact with to life. As video games grown in popularity, even celebrities have lended their voices to main characters and even side characters. Now, if you grew up with that PlayStation 2 era, do you remember Tommy Vercetti from Grand Theft Auto Vice City? His voice actor was actually Ray Liotta, who's known for many roles, but most famously, in my opinion, the film Goodfellas. I could rattle off a whole list of actors in popular video games, and a matter of fact, I'll just show you a list right here. Please see below as this music plays in the background. Yep, him, her, him. Yep, their voices were in video games too.
Some say Alduin is Akatosh, some say Maik is a liar.
With the development of technology, more than a person's voice can be in the game. Now, their physical movement and every facial expression they can make can be added into the game. Technology. Motion capture or mocap in video games is a technology that records the movements of a human actor and translates them into digital animation for game characters. This allows for more realistic and lifelike character movements in games. Mocap has been used in the gaming industry since I would say the 1990s, with early examples like Mortal Kombat, and has become increasingly sophisticated over time. So when you see a cinematic cutscene, those are real people, real actors moving and performing stunts. The development of this technology is also used in films and TV, cartoons, and anime. Motion capture has improved gaming. It cuts down the workload for animators. Now, in the past, animation had to be posed by hand, even with keyframing. That takes a lot of time. Keyframes themselves began to fall out of favor as technology got more advanced. Games could render more stuff at a time. This meant that a complex animation needed less time to devote it to, so everything else could be equally pristine. So complex martial arts stunts and fight scenes became amped with mocap. Motion capture does a lot to help the actor's talent shine, and the audience can tell the difference between emulating a style and the real thing. Not that the actor needs to be a celebrity though, but those little touches that actors' performance can go unseen. Having motion capture preserves their emotion and their facial expressions and makes that lip sync much easier. Realism has been a big focus on games ever since the jump to 3D. Mocap played a big role in that, and prior to motion capture, games just approximated the movements and appearance of humans. Motion capture, on the other hand, allows appearance and motion to be scanned in. So this isn't like an approximation, it's the exact figure of that person, of that human. Interactivity of games. The incredible thing I love most about video games is how people can have tons of different interactions with them. Two different people can buy the same game and have different interactions and experiences with them. For a film, two folks can see the same film over and over, it will still be that same film. Granted, they may find something different each time, they watch, but it's still the same product. However, if those two people play Call of Duty Warzone, maybe multiplayer, team deathmatch, they'll be able to customize their loadouts for their preferences, be in the same lobby with folks from across the world, and play a match that can't be scripted or duplicated ever again. Now think about that, it's the same product but with a different experience each time. One of the hallmarks of the Mass Effect trilogy is its ability to let you make choices for Shepard during conversation, story moments, and gameplay, with effects ranging from very minor to far-reaching across the galaxy. So depending on the choices you make, the story of the game will be different for each player. Some games even have multiple endings and secret endings to their stories. What other medium or work of art can do that? If there is any other medium that can compete with today's modern video games, please let me know in the comments below. Now, don't even get me started on the community bonding that can happen with games, starting with local split screen and LAN parties that later evolved into be able to play with your friends across the world. Plus the rise of competitive gaming and esports. Heck, there's even gaming streamers. Now let me know in the comments below if you want a part 2 on the subject matter. I can guarantee that the average video game hater rarely plays games in the way that us gamers do. It could be a hobby, a passion, or just a way to spend time with friends and family. In my opinion, video games are the ultimate form of art because they combine all the major art forms into one package that could provide hours of interactive entertainment that can't be duplicated or replicated. But that's all I got to say about that. Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comments below. Now, this isn't goodbye, so just like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. That's it.